so are you ready for dumb?
I'm always ready for dumb. This
Alright,
whole
so
week feels pretty dumb.
I'm just gonna build a little bit of that, delete it, and now I can build roundabouts. But of course, ooh, that's not centered. We'll make it centered. These will be the only normal roads I build.
I was about to say, you still have to start it somehow.
Yeah, but now... Oh, that's gonna be a problem.
Why is that going to be a problem already?
Because now there's me a tiny gap like that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll figure it out. Like everybody was like, "Oh yeah, 2020, this will be our year." And
No, it's not. No, it's not.
no, I even had like hopes. I'm like, well, you know, things went wrong. A lot of things went bad in 2019, but there's a lot of hope for 2020. And then we like started off. It was like a quadruple whammy. We had World War III was almost about to happen. There was some money fuckness. And now we've got the flippin', if you're an asthmatic, this thing will probably kill you flu. With the added bonus, everyone's favorite. Oh, this would probably. Oh, I can't just demolish all of that. That would bother Vesper or anybody else who really plays City Skylines. Like seriously, I've connected the battery in too many places now, so traffic can build up. But it's all roundabouts. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
The advantage of using only roundabouts is traffic is always moving.
It's just, there's a lot going on, to be honest.
There is too much going on. Again, you could write an hour-long "We didn't start the fire" from just the last 12 months.
Yeah.
These kids need book learning. Book learning costs $12,000.
Yep.
Okay, now here's a problem. Because there's so many one-way roads, the range on these buildings is like artificially short.
So do the rules of this game say that you need to put everything on the corners of the roundabouts?
Elaborate. Like, are you saying, like, can you build in the middle?
Yeah. Can you build in the middle?
I can build in the middle, but the problem is, no intersections. Every intersection has to be a roundabout. So to get into that middle, I would need to build a roundabout between the two roundabouts.
Has your hubris caught up to you yet?
Not yet. Not yet. We're gonna give it like an hour or two,
Not
and then
yet.
in an hour or two, we'll ask again, and the answer will probably be uh-oh. Oh yeah, I can build a healthcare facility. Ooh, it's expensive. Oh god, the temperature is skyrocketing. It's 102 degrees out here? Jeepers. Y'all stay indoors. Or conversely, if you're actually like a farm fresh egg, come stand outside a little bit. Sit in your pool. Soft-boiled egg joke. Imagine trying to pull up to your house and you miss it, so you have to go back around the whole city just to get back. No, you don't have to get out of the junction. Like, so, say we live here. We're the Strawberry residents. We come in. We're trying to be where Green Car is, where Dexter Williams lives, and we miss it. We don't need to go around the whole city. We just got to go all the way back around Max Street until we get back. We'll just do it that way, obviously.
Like, they're a very efficient system in practice.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do a whole town of nothing but roundabouts. Because I want to see just how far this efficiency will go.
Because, like...
This will be Larry over yonder. I'm renaming this man. NBA 2K20 is stuck in a perpetual crashing loop because there is no NBA season to simulate anymore. Because there's a mode where you can play like today's NBA match, and because the ESPN website only returns null at the moment because there is no season, the game is stuck with that null that it can't do anything with. So it just like it just breaks. And 2K has no idea how to fix it other than just shut that mode off until the season starts back up.
Amazing.
God, I love video games. 2K has had the most insane, amazing glitches I've ever seen. Like, as a franchise, because WWE 2K20 could not load in the year 2020. Just for whatever reason, it wasn't programmed to go like play into that year. And the developers couldn't explain why, but they could explain how they were going to fix it. Okay, so now that we have a crime house... God, who is robbing the flippin' dump? Oh, we are a tiny town. Yippee. We can ban pets, we can ban smoking, we can just shut down the schools.
Wow, that's not at all shocking.
That's just an option we have. We can enforce animal ethics. We can charge people to light fireworks. We can build park paths. We can build canals. Do I have to build... If I do a canal, do I have to make a roundabout for the canals? I don't want to think about it, so I'm not going to bother with it. So if y'all want to play basketball, it's over here by the recycling center. It's so that way they can get the rubber out of the trash, and then just build the basketballs there. Hey, we lost the ball. Oh, don't worry. I got you covered. Come back in like 2 hours and we'll have a new basketball for you. See, I'm at the point where like my whole like... I'm just like shutting down. I'm like continuously in the process of just shutting down. So if I say something weird, that's why. If I go on a weird tangent, nobody tries to stop me, you failed. I'm not insane, but a psychiatrist might write a little kooky with an exclamation mark in like the paper.
In the margins?
Yeah. It's like diagnosis, a little kooky. And you know what? He's right. Y'all over here, do you want a bouncy castle? I've got a bouncy castle. Who doesn't want a bouncy castle?
That sounds phenomenal.
I need frickin' room for the bouncy castle. I can't believe I'm having to tear down multiple homes. I can't do this cleanly with one house. I have to tear down at least 2 to fit a frickin' bouncy castle. I don't want to goof this up. Oh wait. No, there's a solution I'm not thinking about. I can just build a new roundabout. Oh wait, they'd have to tear down the power lines. Do I even need the power? I do. So, okay, we're gonna approach this differently now. We're just gonna stick power lines in there. So that way, when I do tear this down... This is the most complicated way to do this.
I can tell.
Alright, y'all can have your bouncy castle. I'm sorry, what does that say? No, what did that say? Go back. What are they tweeting about me? I love the new parks. Thank you, Mayor. I can take my family to the park and have a nice picnic. Oh god, there's a house on fire. Can the fire team get there? They did. There's a couple too many engines to get. There's like 3 engines. That's all. That seems like a little much. How's Loki doing?
Mischievous is up.
Was that the sound of America's favorite bastard?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was right on cue. I was like, I heard some rustling. I'm like, I wonder how that cat's doing. Got her answer.
He sure is doing.
Oh, I just watched a fire truck come down Earl Street to get to a house that was on fire and have to go 359 degrees around the wheel to get to it.
Impressive.
I think I see what's happening now. Because again, life came at me fast. It was just like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm kind of struggling, just sitting here at the top of the stairs, and it's like, cool. Push. Yeah, why does it get to like 120 degrees out here? This is nuts. Who would live in Roundy Town? There's no reason. It flippin' burst into flames.
Listen, everyone needs a hobby.
Self-immolation isn't a hobby, Dan.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Can I tell you my favorite part about this game's late game?
What?
When you can start building the monuments, one of them is like a Hadron Super Collider. The Hadron Super Collider counts as an elementary school, a high school, and a college, and a library with 1 million person capacities. And everybody then flocks to the Hadron Super Collider to get educated there. And then all your schools become abandoned. Because everybody's learning at the Hadron Super Collider, which can somehow hold 4 million people. At that point, why even have a town? Stick a food court in that bad boy. That is the town. Stick a Dunkin' Donut in there because you're epic. And you're done. It's a town now. Great. What a great city. I think I'm dreaming if I didn't know otherwise. Although, I have to take a lot of counterclockwise turns to get places. Is traffic still not a problem? Uh-oh, traffic's getting a little weird up here. It'll be fine. Praise the Super Collider. There's no use for education anymore. Kids are gonna learn how to flippin' no-clip in real life. Whenever Jeff Bezos thinks I've done enough little monkey dancing, and he's done enough organ grinding, that he pays me, I'm surprised the town hasn't collapsed in on itself. It's... You just gotta believe. It's like what Parappa the Rapper told us. You just gotta believe, and it'll all just work. The weird guy that owns the noodle restaurant's trying to take over your burger shop. You weren't believing hard enough. That's the only thing I know about Parappa the Rapper was the plot of the second game is because the noodle shop is trying to run the burger shop out of business. That's like the whole plot. I'm not touching the mouse. I'm not touching the mouse. This building is just shimmying. Fish was like, build a big ditch, put a prison in it, and then flood it. All your prisoners are gone. Oh.
That is actually terrible.
What?
The flooding the prison.
Yeah, that was Fish's plan when we did the affiliate stream.
This is why we don't let him have good plans.
Yeah, when Fish comes to you, he's like, I have a proposal. No. It works. It's like little it's like little gears. And traffic is not slowing down still. There is so much unused space in this city. Oh god, I forgot I had this mod. Oh, it's expensive. When we get the money, we can build Harold Washington Library.
What?
I saw this on the workshop. I'm like, damn, they even put the roof dragons on it. Oh, it's massive. Oh, it's big chungus. Oh, this can't go anywhere. It literally won't fit. I've got to put it on its own road like I have to do with a dump. It's a flippin' cinder block. Uh-oh, we're running out of electricity. Don't. Here's some of these things, like 60 megawatts. Oh god, it's beautiful inside. I've never been in. Damn, that's a nice library. Yes. This place is gorgeous, and the L stop is like themed to fit with the library. And it's also completely covered, trains and all, too. They didn't have to go off as hard when they made that, but they did, and we're a better society for it.
Hmm.
The bean has nothing on this. Oh, yeah, the bean.
Everyone forgets about the bean.
No, everybody remembers the bean, but they don't remember what it's actually called because they don't want to help out the guy who made the bean because he's a dick. Are you looking that one up, or are you already aware?
What? I was talking to a classmate
okay.
about the closures.
Okay. The guy who made the bean.
Oh, Kapoor or whatever.
Yeah. He built an art installation that's a fucking hole in the ground, painted Vanta black so it looks like a flat spot, and then you step out and drop 8 feet. It's like, what are you, Wile E. fucking Coyote? Jeez. It's not called the Bean, and he hates that people call it the Bean, so everybody, now that we all hate him, call it the Bean.
It's actually called Cloudgate, but everyone just calls it Bean out of spite.
And it's a better name. It tells you exactly where you're at. It's like, hey, what are you at? Well, I'm by the Cloudgate. That could mean anything. Hey, where you at? I'm at the Bean. That is exactly one thing.
You mean the bean that Watch Dogs forgot?
Oh, did they forget it? I thought it was just like a ball. Literally everybody knows about the Bean. Yeah, and if you call it by its real name, like it's like if you call it the Willis Tower, we Chicagoans are like, which one is that again? Oh. But if you go, yeah, I'm at the Sears Tower, we're like, I know where that's at.
Yeah.
I'm about to tear down like everything. I love libraries. Man, Tyler's such a nerd. But frickin' look at it! They even modeled inside! Why? Hot damn!
I'm gonna refresh the stream, maybe that's what's going wrong.
Maybe.
Oh, hi. That's an ad.
Yep.
Why?
Thank you for supporting the channel, Dan. my trusted moderator.
Some people are just like, I don't feel like going normal. I want to go absolute overkill right now.
That's a neat library. It's like when you call Gatorade flavors by their actual names instead of the color.
I don't know any of the Gatorade flavors. I just call them by their color.
But the problem is there's like 6 blue ones. And some of the blue ones aren't good.
Also,
so now you need to start calling them by the flipping names. What?
The Gatorades that are just clear, that only come in the tiny little 6-packs. Have you ever had those?
No, that sounds miserable.
I don't know how to describe it. They look like water, but they are not.
That's just Propel at that point.
I forgot about Propel.
I think so did Gatorade. The only person I ever knew who drank Propel was my dad. Oh god, there are tables and chairs inside? Fellas! Oh, we built road maintenance depot. So this will fix problems because the road maintenance depot, to improve the quality of the roads, just makes people drive on them faster. This is probably the most successful town I've ever done. The only limiting factor is it takes up so much freaking room. It's so comical that okay, there's a problem with the libraries in City Skylines. I swear to God, I can't confirm it, but it feels like nobody uses them. But yeah, it really is amazing that I built this, you know, this mega structure. It's not even a mega. I mean, relatively speaking, it is a mega structure. That, like, oh god, let's get out of this mode. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-story building, dwarfed by Harold Washington Library. And there are 9 people in this building right now. There's only 24 in this one. Who's complaining about water? It's a single guy. I guess he has reason to complain. He got my attention. Because I thought this would just be like a stupid meme thing that best case scenario works okay but is ridiculous. No, this is like efficient. Those are indeed the sounds of game development I'm hearing. I heard some swearing and then that didn't work. It's like, man, I feel that. Why are there IT clusters in the USSR? It's for, you know, all their information technology, all their super high-end computers.
You know, stuff.
You know, the bootleg Commodore, the bootleg IBM. Why is Harold Washington Library in the USSR? Why aren't we asking that question?
I love game design because sometimes something that does not work the first time, you just keep smashing it against the wall and it works the third.
Yep.
Nothing has changed. It just works now.
Yep. Again, this is why I say Unity is a game engine with an anxiety disorder.
Why is it like this?
It's just like, hey, all these variables are now null. Okay, give me a second. Let me figure that out. Okay, we're all back to normal now. I'm sorry. It's like, dude, could you, like, just, like, chill? Okay.
How loud is my typing?
Reasonable. It's reasonable.
Well, yeah, it's because I have it set higher because you apparently say you cannot.
Yeah, we had some weird problems with the audio the one time. There's so many, like, awfully loud keyboards on Discord for some reason. It's like, pressing the buttons louder isn't going to make it work better.
Yeah.
Some people don't understand that. And then just, like, some people want the loudest, clickiest keys they can get for their mechanical keyboard. And then when everybody gets annoyed, they're like, well, I'm typing faster than you. And you're not. I mean, you might be, but, like, the keyboard isn't why. MX bully switches are horrible. I've heard some things. A lot of them were loud as fuck clicking, so... Oh, okay, we're a big town now. Yay! We can now build leisure. We can now have harsher prison sentences. We can now have educational blimps.
Did I ever tell you about the time I accidentally hit the insert key and I did not understand why everything I was doing was deleted the exact character I was on?
No, but I've been there.
Why? Why is it like this? I understand that's the intended purpose, so you go right in the middle and replace something. But,
Oh,
Boy.
man. The modest mall is too big. It's... I'd have to put it, like, near Harold Washington Library, like in that same, like, column. And it's just... It's a mall of moderation, because it's not too posh, and all the shops are, like, cheap. It's like if you took $6 Generals and stapled them together. I would suggest, like, you could use Loki as, like, your programmer duck, but that would just cause more problems. You'd be like, I don't like this. I'm leaving. I'm gonna yell the entire time.
The entire time.
I don't think the reverb worked on that one. Oh, no. Is reverb working? Dan, you won't be able to hear it, because it's only on OBS. Y'all want to tell me if reverb is working or not? Okay, it's working. Okay, we in the clear. Okay, the reverb is a little too subtle. I tried to really beef it up for some reason, so that's weird. It's weird that it's that subtle. Because it was even worse before. And I did my best to try to make it, like, more extreme, but it's still so subtle. The Roaring 20s, Part 2, or as we like to call them in this industry, the Roaring 20s. We're gonna bring back 20s slang and LOL's random talk simultaneously.
Simultaneously.
We're just gonna let it happen, and historians are gonna look at this as the cringiest time for our society. And that is when we will know we have won.
How goes your roundabouting?
I needed to put an offshoot on this road. So I put a rotated roundabout and then a smaller roundabout to connect the two roundabouts so they can connect back to this road.
Except that one time I went to Popeyes and I'm like, I'd like the 6-piece, and they're like, sorry, sir, we're out of chicken.
Oh, well, thank God I'm only here for the beans and rice. What else is there to get? Like, with KFC, I can almost understand, like, nowadays, because it's like, they've got all sorts of insane things. You want to go into KFC for donuts, you can do it.
No, it's wild.
Oh my God, whatever just happened, traffic just disappeared.
I think they took your other route.
No. Well, I mean, if they did, there's like nobody using them. Oh, it's because this is the first way in, I think. If I make this whole off-ramp shoot this way for no reason and you're on the ramp for like a mile and a half.
I mean, they're good. Like, they're not like, you know, like some biscuits are like really, they're dense and they're like hard to chew. Like, these are still fluffy and they have a nice little like flavor to them, but yeah, they hurt.
You mean you don't want to eat hardtack when you go out?
Don't remind me of that.
Did other people have that day, or was it just like a weird like Chicagoan like Midwestern thing? It was almost always in the 5th grade, and if you were lucky, it was in the 6th. But there is no like name for it. It was just like hardtack day. You're learning about U.S. history, and they're like, You know, soldiers back in the day used to eat hardtack, and then they just bring in a big freaking sheet of it, and they just break you off like a biscuit-sized chunk, and then you eat it, and it's literally just like wheat. It's just like flour and water mixed and then baked. There's no subtlety, there's no flavor, there's no leavening. It's exactly what it sounds like.
No, I remember when I was in elementary school, and this is a running joke in my family, is that when I was in elementary school, my teacher at the time wanted to teach us about, like, for some reason, she looked at this student, like, this classroom full of, like, culturally diverse people. There was a bunch of, like, different races in my classroom. And she decided, hey, we're going to be learning about other cultures, so we're going to give every single student a culture that they have to make a respondent food from, and we're only going to give them a weekend in preparation.
Oh.
So
that's asking for problems.
I got, what did I get? Pita bread?
Oh, y'all make pita breads.
Which sounds reasonable, except literally the best thing we could Google at the time was just like, you need to have like proper sheep fat, and you have to put it on like a hot stone, and like you're not using an oven.
Yeah.
Like put it over a roaring fire, and we're like, we can't do this. And it tasted like garbage because we tried, because it was worth like a ton of points for some reason.
That's dumb.
So like, we made a big enough batch and we brought it in the next day. It was never touched. It got thrown up. It was like cultural appropriation at its finest.
And it's not even like your culture. It's here's a culture.
Yeah. It was literally just, hey, here's like, I think it was like Native American culture. It's like, hey, you're the whitest kid in this group. You get the Native American one.
Oh, it's great. Our school system is a joke. Just imagine the most bureaucratic, bloated school system you could, and then add 5. Yeah, our town. This town had no reason to work this well. And it's all so orderly, except for this little bit here up top, but this is gonna be insane. This isn't a ramp anymore. This is just an elevated road.
It's just straight up the highway. Highway 2. No one is taking Highway 2.
We'll give it time. New buggy. I think we can come up with a better name for this bad boy.
Bethesda.
This car is now called Scrungo. The frame rate's halved since the start of the stream. I could believe it, we are at 28. I'm about to create a vandalism meme, because somebody just said I should start doing that to cars in my local grocery store parking lot, placing notes on them that just say Scrungo. And then we fast forward like 6 months on CNN, and they're like, who is Scrungo? A mysterious vandal is leaving notes all over cars in the US. Could this be the new Banksy? Or something much more sinister? And then, like, some schmuck is me like, well, Scrungo is actually a white supremacist word. And then now we just have to have a new meme. I think by this point we get it, right?
Yeah.
Roundabouts is working way better than it had any right to work. And our only traffic problem is here. And it's not like the traffic is awful. You're just kind of waiting to get into the roundabout. But once you get in, like, this is the carousel of progress. And it just radiates out. But we got, so I think this is a success. This was way better of a success than it had any right to be.
City Skylines with only roundabouts? That sounds evil.
If you like this video and you'd like to see more, I'd recommend subscribing. Patreon and social media links are in the description.